it's still going to be the duelist working.
Damn, that was a good dart on that first guy.
The utility instead of Sova to clear things up.
And the push actually here is being somewhat dismantled. It's just one prong that remains.
It's just dueling,
which is the
just fighting.
long push, but
Just
starting to
in the open,
disperse.
no fear.
Literally
Does
crouched in
have to
the
fight when
open.
he's
I mean, they have their whole team here, right?
Teammates can't really leave him out there by himself, and shahzam's gonna
Dude,
take
they
him
might-
out, so actually the
They might just win off just individual performance, if anything.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Just gonna.
If they play their normal game and just run through them.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what they can do.
The problem is that if they give NUTURN like enough room to do these nutty execs that they have, then they could find themselves in some trouble. But yeah, if they just stay a little aggressive, fake some pressure, I think NUTURN is going to shell out.
2 kills into HIKO to show that, hey, the split, we expected it, even though they had less players. It still comes down to the aim battles, right? TENZ opened up quite well. And Perry at this point, he's just
It's a decade of experience right there.
Build the economy and just let Sentinels. Hopefully, he could catch someone on the mistake. Does get the headshot into dapr, but that's it. Sentinels, they open up the board in this series.
And that means we'll go straight into the anti-eco there. The defenders of Sentinels having the
Dude,
superior
dapr is so
economy will
good
be
at this
mostly on
game.
his SMGs, I'd imagine.
It's insane.
But what should we expect here
He has
from
so much
NUTURN? What do they
impact
want
in
to
his
do?
role.
Obviously, they did not get
Like,
the spike
relative to
planted,
the other
so that
people
was
playing his
forced
role.
by, never mind.
Like
They
as
are
like
gonna
the
force
solo
buy,
anchor
alright.
a lot of the time. I agree.
And that's something that's for me unorthodox.
Hey, he's doing the
because
wall.
When you look at the playstyle of NUTURN, they actually just go for a force
The
buy
EU
once
wall.
they get a spike plant down. Even if they lose a round, but losing the round, not get a spike plant, and going for a buy, they just want to try to catch up right away. And they only killed 2 players too, right? But you see at the beginning of the round, they're holding a default because of that.
Dude,
That
they actually
allows a lot of
bought?
control
They
or
forced.
control
Yeah, they
for
forced.
They're so
Sentinels.
screwed.
They hold back on a default, and NUTURN seems to be wanting to just execute
But
and
just
go
be a short
fast
pop with the
into
breach
short game.
flashes.
They're so screwed.
So just already fired his Spectre, so I think that this is known right now from Sentinels. They know that there's a buy coming through here, and they are going to
That right there is why you
this one.
can't do that against an
Try
Astro.
to get through the short position. Completely denied by Sentinels, and now
I don't know why they thought
Sheriff
buying
and
was a good
Frenzy
idea,
remaining
though.
Now for NUTURN to get some kind of damage in on this round, and really there's a huge amount of pressure to get damage. They've done no damage so far.
Oh.
There's one headshot, a second comes through from Lakia.
Well,
That is at least
Try
Do
and
some damage.
Yeah. Took away some guns.
We
All right.
actually do love those
Little
cast
spray and
versus
pray over
the
there.
bit of
Didn't
hope
work
for
out,
NUTURN
but
on this force buy that they have, and it just shows how an asset
Almost.
right now could be very detrimental to these explosive plays from NUTURN, right? As they're trying to dash across, you saw those scars came on the ground, Nova Pulse, Gravity Well.
Okay.
It just splits up only to Jet allow by himself inside
That's
that
so
site,
funny.
and it's just an easy picking from an off angle just by towels, by the double
I
blacks
mean,
at the A site for Sentinels.
At least he
So
killed
that boils
some
the
on their
plan.
full
NUTURN
force.
couldn't even cross into the site. This should put them on a full eco right now for NUTURN.
That's actually so
But at the
dope
same
that I
time
think
here,
TENZ
Dan,
is like the
when
only
I'm
arena in
thinking
this
back
tournament.
as his fourth spot
Yeah.
for NUTURN and Lakia.
He's really hard to prepare for because no one else is
on
playing
the
him.
4th round, they should still be able to go
I think that's
with
true.
standard full rifle rounds.
It's not like
Trying to
Reyna's
build- or
much to
trying
prepare
hurt
for,
Gemini
though.
economy from
But
Sentinels
you have to
away
worry
on
about that
second
person
round
just playing
was that
super
goal at the same
annoying and
time.
disruptive
But
and then
unfortunately, with
dismissing
only 2
away.
kills with the Sheriff,
That's like something
there's still a
unlike
lot
any
in-
other
in
agent.
the
I mean,
hands
like,
of
I
they're
like
gonna
to
play
think of it
offense.
as just a jet. Is that weird?
And then we can see that ball line towards
Oh,
showers.
well, Arena
again,
can
early
like
showers
play like
control
front
for NUTURN.
APC and then
Yeah.
dismiss
And
to
it's
the
a change of pace
backside,
then.
whereas
They
a
have
jet
actually a viper
like doesn't
wall
really have a
system
dash
inside
ability.
instead.
So arenas
really
can play like
adding a
these
little bit more
weird
utility
off
towards the shower
angles
side, leaving
that
showers open, but they're
are
looking to
very
play more
difficult to account
passively, right,
for
playing
without like
towards the
Soba
U-haul,
utility
and they can play the
or
retake
sky
on the side
flashes
as
or
well.
something.
Well, basically, you're saying like certain
This
off
might be a
angles and
deep
tight
ball, so
angles,
you
like a
combinate
jet
that
dash
from
would
the
work,
stun
but it would
showers,
just get you in
start
another vulnerable
Yeah.
position and you die.
Sort of
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Reyna
exactly.
you could
That
stick
said,
her there
Sentinels are
and
playing
she'll
very
get out.
passively because they
Yeah,
know
exactly,
that
exactly.
Yeah.
they have such an enormous advantage on the weaponry that they just should never give peeks to these sheriffs. That's how they lose the round, is by giving a peek.
He
up to the
misspoke.
sheriff, a headshot.
He
If that was a
misspoke. I
headshot,
understood what
that'd
he
be a
said.
5v4 suddenly. Yeah, you don't want to give those ones up.
You know you can spam that corner where Solo's
They're
in?
doing a good job.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I was talking about this with Paper Thin at the same time too.
With
the
a
game
Phantom?
training
No,
Or like with a
that
Guardian?
NUTURN in Korea in general.
It's nice.
is just
Didn't
trying
know
to aim
that.
out
Yeah,
with the
it
sheriffs
owns.
in warm-up until you're actually able to hit maybe 20.
That's what you do in Bind? You buy Guardian for that spot
Speaking of
specifically?
No, on this map, I buy it a lot because you could spam through all of you as well. Or yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Dapper hiding in a
That's true.
position here with the
It's
judge
nice.
in
And then like
Huga.
the spams on shower, like
Powerful
that's
gun.
even better.
Hello,
It's
there's
just better. It's
freebie
just a better gun to spam
for
through.
Solo. That's Shazam
random
down.
shit.
I think that gun is recoverable indeed.
I
So
catch
take
myself
that
shooting
one.
through a lot of walls on this map for some
Not a good
reason.
range for the judge, and suddenly it's getting a little hairy
That's
here.
good, though.
Playing for the
In
content,
this
you know.
post-spawn scenario, and the spike's going to go down just in the nick of
The YouTube
time,
clips?
because
Yep,
Zombs
mhm.
knows his lineups there, and
Does anyone know the
Sentinels
spam
will
yet?
try
Have
to
anyone learned it?
assault this B
The
site
pillow
to get
spam,
control
or?
once again. Solo
Oh.
able to get one. There comes the flash. Oh, he's in such a good position.
Oh, that's a big
and
round for
converts another
Sentinels to lose,
assault.
actually.
Comes
What a
through
flash.
to finish it off.
That was so good.
Wow.
NUTURN, what a conversion. I don't
Talent.
think Sentinels had any idea.
Would you
See how hard that was to
solo
do?
lurk?
The breach lurk.
No
Literal
pun
breach
intended at
lurk.
that point.
Like winning
Solo
them
went by
around.
himself, up towards long B, made it all the way to spawn side, and said, we know the Viper wall's there. We know that there's potentially a judge being played from dapr from that previous round. Let's just play the long-range battle. And for him to catch that kill and take the Spectre
Wonder if
after,
Zombs had stars.
to allow the rest of NUTURN to work towards that
If he
ace
did and he
towards
didn't
that
use them, he's
fight
fucking
for it
up.
was huge. Dapper, mid-range with a judge. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. He loses it towards Hookah, and that was a much-needed eco for NUTURN. Because look at this, the tides have turned. They have the economy advantage for NUTURN's side, and Sentinels. It's now Sentinels' turn to be on an eco. But that said,
It's the dev nade
TENZ
right
does
there.
have a Marshal. He's playing towards the speed side where
I
NUTURN
fear
is
that
playing
nade.
towards A once again. So you're just again trying to hold the economy.
Their
back
show
or
matches
just
back then
really
were
back
rough.
on the defensive
Dude,
side
they
and
were
try to have
rough.
those numbers in the end for Sentinels.
I feel like that was supposed to provide
I think NUTURN
positive
is
attention
trying
for the
to
game, but it
leverage
actually backfired
as much
hard.
as they can
Yep.
from Sentinels' defense. And Sentinels, they do of course really want to lean as many.
Like
players
looking at
as
it now, it was
possible,
fine, but at the
given
time,
that that's where they've seen the
He
pressure.
got
They have
so
no
mad about
information.
it.
yeah.
It's so funny.
NUTURN to play a small case like this really does call many things. The information to know what's going on,
Yeah.
and
Might have
you
worked a
can see
bit.
they're just walking back and forth.
Yeah, so Shazam, his recon dart came up, he shot it towards long B, and TENZ is still watching Hookah long B with the Marshal, so they had the right numbers advantage, and now they're guessing that it's going back towards B, and this is a perfect call.
Yeah, great fall line coming through the epicenter
He hit
there as
that
well.
midair?
Sense
Yeah.
trying-
He did.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually hit him. I think he leg shotted him there.
That right there,
Both
though,
getting the entries,
if
however,
he
and
didn't do a quick
beautiful
scope,
stuff.
if he just
I'm
left,
just
he would have killed him
enjoying
right in the air for sure.
very much
Just because of how
the
accurate that
use
Marshal
of
is.
breach
Yeah, and
He-
he shoots so
It's
fast,
It's so
too.
fast. Yeah, he
Most
had enough
notable
time
thing
to
be
left him
watching-
twice.
Watching them play.
Dismiss, backside, take his gun.
Bring out the
Woo.
breach.
Just imagine.
I mean,
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a case of holding against these
just
remaining
killed like
weapons. It
4
should
off
be-
that.
That would be so
should be
sick.
child's play.
Yeah, I've learned to use the Marshal. I don't even scope in with that thing. I can't hit anything with it scoped. I just can't.
There we go. Sick, trying to do some damage there.
I use it like a better sheriff.
And he'll get taken down for the prime
Yeah, I
game.
feel that. I can't hit
Flawless.
any of my shots with any gun anyway,
And
so.
you're right,
Yeah,
Dan,
true.
just the amount
You always
of
miss the
fault
first
lines,
shot.
that's something
You get
that
like
we
Yeah,
the
actually
thank-
third or
yeah,
fourth.
thank-
in North
Yeah,
America
thanks, Jordan.
ourselves once we had Zeta that actually came into North America and was playing that breach, right? And he even played at some point with 180 ping and was still able to get aces across the board in North America. So now that we have a finer taste of how good he is in terms of the utility with the breach on different maps such as Split, for example, as well with Cloud9 currently, it now shows how good NUTURN
I wish this game had like
overall
some
are in terms of
wacky
this
crosshairs.
flash and dash composition
Not just
that
like
they
how
came out with,
Counter-Strike has
that
it
it's
with like
still
the different
very
ways of
much
just
viable
size,
in the
length, blah
scene
blah
right
blah.
now,
Like I wish there
on
was
the
like some
Masters 2
weird
stage.
custom
So
ones.
keep an eye out here for
I feel like you
Solo,
should be able
the
to
way that he
tilt the
wants to
crosshair
open
instead of
things
being
up
just like
here
a
for
cross. You
allow
can make it
and
like
also
an
for
X
Suggest to get
essentially.
Oh, I
insights,
see,
right?
like-
Because it's not only about
Like
the
the
Like,
Sova
literally just
symbol or
rotate it.
whatever, right? Yeah.
amazing TENZ
Yeah, exactly.
allows Suggest to just
Also think they should do like
central charge him to the
0.5s
site
for all
and
the
open it up
sizes.
as well to
Because
find that
1920 is
information.
kind
So
of
it's
rough
very
with some
well
of the
done. They're gonna
crosshairs.
continue to activate him that way.
Imagine 1440.
Yeah, huge
You're on
pressure coming in
1440?
towards
Yeah.
the A-short position again.
Like 1440. Oh, like you're on 2K.
Yeah, all the
Like,
crosshairs on 1440p. All the crosshairs look like shit. All of them. That's why I wish I had a custom one.
And normally we would see
Yeah,
Showers
I've never
control for
played
NUTURN.
this game
They've
above
actually opted
1920.
not to go for that, and Sentinels are
Does it look
actually
sick? Or is it
pushing
just like
Showers, and they
super
saw
high
that
def?
way.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
just
actually
more
going to
clear,
convince
yeah.
them Possibly that, hang on, there's nothing going on towards A.
should
And I
get
can
a
tell you
monitor
if I go to
for that.
1080, everything looks blurry. So
Why would NUTURN
it's doing something right, I guess.
Default right now for Sentinels, because again, another recon dart meanwhile went towards B, but here's the explosion towards the A
Oh.
site. Oh, that's a beautiful
Oh.
flash there coming in to allow Suggest to get the kill on Zombs.
That's what we need to see. I want to see more of that. The
Fantastic
dash with
coordination
the
and
breach
team play coming
flash.
through here indeed for NUTURN. 2 players on Shower's side for Sentinels though, and you can oh, what a call from NUTURN. There is 10 still to worry about on the site. If they can deal with 10s, they're in a great position. There comes the spray
Oh.
through. That's good to deal with 10s. The recon dart sent forward as well to try to take control of the
If he had his
B
gun
site.
out, he might have won that fight.
Across the map at the moment, it's indeed the spike is on the
But
ground by the TP.
It's close.
Doesn't matter.
Sat on right now. NUTURN have no way to recover it. Lackey is going to go down.
It's
and
just classic,
it was
too.
a great idea to readjust, knowing that there's 2 players.
It's weird that they
still
just took
outside,
full
but
control of U-Haul,
it
like
won't work
cleared
out in
all
the
of
end for
short,
NUTURN.
but that was like
So
the
as we were talking about that
misdirection,
recon dart
and they're
that
still
was
trying to
thrown
go
out
B.
by Shahzam towards
Yeah.
that fountain side. I don't even think it saw that player from NUTURN at long B.
It
So
worked,
for NUTURN,
kind
they were
of.
still playing
They
a slow, defaulty
needed
kind
a
of base,
spawn
trying
smoke
fake,
to
not only
support
get a fake,
that
but a kill
hookah
on
rush,
top of
and that guy
and force
Garden
the
needed to
hand
wait for his
teleporter
team.
to eventually end up inside B.
Yeah.
And then it
I mean,
would
TENZ
end.
got that free kill.
Yeah,
and
then it would have worked.
and
It's a similar story than
yeah.
that pistol round. They dropped the spike.
They just didn't have a smoke for spawn, so the hookah guy died.
I mean,
He
they
dropped it.
TENZ ended up losing the duel, but still,
fall short just
I don't know,
because
you
of
want to
that.
crunch
But at
together.
least they
I think he
still had
lost
a
the
lot
duel,
of
right?
autonomy, and we're going back to
Yeah,
the
he lost the
default
second one. He got a
now,
kill,
finally,
and then
4-2.
Shahzam got a
Where
kill
it's a
from
standard
spawn to
Spawn,
hookah
yeah.
because there was no
towards
smoke.
hookah,
Yeah.
trying to see somebody's playing close inside the area. You see that they're also setting up for a flash and also a fault line to allow Suggest to get into hookah at the same time to gain early map control. But then after that, the spike's still down though. They're still trying to see if Sentinels are going to try to play that hand where sometimes they want to push forward, but Sentinels are not. They still have that 3 players on that A site, 2 towards B, and just a utility from Astra is going to be good enough to try to hold them back.
There's a lot of really great small details here from NUTURN that I'm enjoying, but it looks like we're actually going to get the execute into this A site. The Rolling Thunder
Oh,
is
someone's gonna
sent
kill
through,
while
and
breach
now tries to
ulted.
gain U
With a
control.
Spectre
Sentinels
of all
holding the
things.
ground so
And he
far.
gets a
Just
second
trying
one,
to
too.
stop that
Oh
with the
my
showstopper.
God.
He's going to trade out zombs, but it's all on Lakia now against multiple players. It's not going to happen. Sentinels defend 4-2 now, the score in favor of Sentinels.
That's just
with that
unlucky, really.
defense.
Steal.
There are so many small
2020
things that
one.
NUTURN
Just,
doing
Or
well.
just
2020.
unlucky, really.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
Just really unlucky.
It's, you know, they're using the utility.
It's like they literally had to waste 2 ults on the U-Haul guy, and the U-Haul guy still got 2 kills off of 2 ults being used on him.
Back, try to take control close into showers. It was a nice paranoia, a self-play from Carry to try to come out and win showers, but somehow Shahzam, sorry, not Shahzam, but TENZ is towards that shower side. So Shahzam is
Only I'm
playing
ahead of you?
towards B, Shahzam's playing
Have you
sorry,
refreshed
TENZ is
in a
playing
while?
towards B,
What's
TENZ is
your
playing
time?
towards A. He catches them all the time.
133,
He's got
132,
close work coming in
131.
right now, so
You're 1 second ahead.
Okay.
Let's see.
ahead.
Okay, now I'm
Shahzam
26, 25, 24.
Yep, exactly
Hit that
same.
Vipers
You always just
short
fall
A right now,
behind
and
slowly.
NUTURN on
Yeah.
the field.
Happens
There was
or I do, I
fully
guess.
committing towards this B side so
It's bad
far.
internet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Astra utility is ready and waiting to defend this B site. Question is, will NUTURN go back? They certainly can, and they certainly have the utility to deal with dapr in that Viper's pit.
Correct. Lakia still has his owl drone if they decide to fall back. So if they could waste out the utility out here. So he starts with shock darts just to add presence. That paranoia is going to be huge, but it still seems that they might want to commit at the beginning here.
Whoa, great catch from Shahzam,
the-
taking down Allow as he dashes forward.
I think that was his dart. He threw that dart like straight in the air and it tagged the jet as he dashed in. That was kind of sick.
Fantastic stuff there from Zombs. Gets 2 kills out of it. But through the TP they'll go right now. Already suggests that. Solo still hanging out
played.
by Market. Is going to find himself 1 sick, using the satchel to try to get back to A quickly. Knows that it's effectively a race to this site. Still has the paint shells. Still has the satchel. Can Sick find the first player? Yes, he can. There goes Lakia. A right click on the paint shell. Sick nails the clutch.
Just too easy, really.
1v2, no problem at all for him. And there's the defuse as well.
Yeah, so there was like he had to
5-2.
back up to get out of the
That's very
nade,
nicely played for
and
Sick at the
he
same
just couldn't
time as
shoot at the
well.
same
You
time.
did say
Yeah.
here,
That was
Dan,
good.
he
That was
had
well
the
played by
paint
Sick.
shells,
Mhm.
But he didn't want to use it right away. He knew that with about 15 seconds left,
And the
they
teabag,
might want
and the
to
satchel, of
Wasting
course.
money,
or
dude.
even
Come
go for a
on.
straight TP into B, which they still had time to
I
do
want to
for
see how
NUTURN.
the jet
But
got
to just
tagged.
let
Like,
them
what
plan,
tagged the jet as he was
push
dashing out?
aggressively, and just to try to
Not
catch
gonna
the
show
first
it,
one off
but-
guard,
It's definitely
knowing
that
it's
dart
gonna
that
be
he
a
shot up in the
one-versus
sky. I
one
just
no
don't know where
matter
it
what
landed.
here on this first contact.
I don't know if he winged it or if it was some
Onto
sort of
that
lineup.
paint shells, forcing Solo out
Yeah.
in an area where he has to play back instead of moving forward because of the radius of the paint shells.
It's also so strange to me that their breach is the lurker.
Yeah.
2 versus 1, a Red Bull clutch.
No
on
way
top
your
of
only
that.
flash is,
This
I guess,
round,
Omen
NUTURN,
2 or your
It's going
lurker.
to be a force buy coming in, or maybe a half buy, but it's going to be the
Yeah,
place
they
for
Ooh.
it only
Talk about
seems
how
like they
didn't have
use
that
their
much,
flashes
showers
early to
control.
do something
It's
like that.
changed this time
Get
for
some,
NUTURN.
like,
They see that there
control,
hasn't been a lot going around here towards
and
the
then they
shower
leave
side.
it.
They could maybe commit to it finally, and they open it up with the first kill.
But I guess it's fair to do it.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like they don't.
Hold on to the showers
I
control
feel like
with Sick.
unless it's a set
Actually has the
strat
showstopper
that they do, like a
available as
set
well if
exec,
you
they're
use
not
that. It
flashing
is
while they're taking something.
An eco, so might want to try.
You know what I mean? Like if there's no jet dash or satchels flying in, they're not just he's not there because he's just lurking.
Just sitting in a corner somewhere. Yeah.
It's weird. It's different. I don't know if it's bad.
No, yeah, they had this play in shower, and then they had to play U-Haul where the jet dash. And other than that, I feel like he's had like 2 or 3 flashes the whole round.
Yeah.
Still trying to try to get a pick towards his B side.
It's almost interesting like that. Even in post plants, I feel like they're using their flashes just to delay, rather than like NA or NA would do something like push and get control and try to get a pick, which I think is the better option. But oh my god,
trying to get spacing to trade solo, but walks into the spray.
That sucks. You're up 2 numbers.
It was looking good, and then all of a sudden,
yeah, you're up 2 numbers, 5v3, and then it's just even.
Has to ferry that across now to the site to plant. Very limited time
here comes the ult.
He's gonna satchel through. Oh, he's actually insane. There's the showstopper as well.
He got off the bomb too.
Sealed the deal. Is there time? There's no bodies left alive to carry that spike forward. It's going to be another round in the bag for Sentinels.
Sick has been fundamental there on that hold.
Yeah, I'm assuming what happened was they saw their bind. They're like, nope, we're not scared. It's not like it's looking really insane right now.
Spacing was a little bit off this time for a NUTURN. They were looking for that fight for Sick. He's using that cover perfectly in front of the APC to even still get.
Just don't really like the way that NUTURN plays their attack.
I'm unsure what. Like they got those 2 picks. I feel like that could have been an easy group and just exec together smoke flashes.
But they split, right? They try to do like an A split with 2 shower, 3 short.
Yeah.
When they have no weapons, really, is kind of interesting. Like if the second they got all the way up shower, I feel like the breach should have walked up short and like flashback site or something too.
You still want to farm these orbs up from 6 side. So Sentinels are playing this quite well here, where NUTURN, I know they're trying to force these rotations out, they're trying to force the hand, but they're not getting too much out of it so far since these gun rounds came in.
And one quick note as we are here in this tactical timeout from NUTURN is, regionally speaking, the difference in, the whole Vandal versus Phantom debate definitely seems to be that the Vandal's a little bit more popular in Korea than the Phantom, which is definitely, that's in North America, it's Phantom or bust, I feel like.
Oh, I mean, it depends on the maps. I think for me, I'm both. On a map like Bind, I do love playing the Vandal at the same time, especially on defense.
I was like, did TENZ ult last round? He must have.
To battle out towards HIKO area, but then
I don't think he got any. Did he?
Play, right? So it's easier.
I'm not sure if he ulted, but he definitely didn't get anything if he did.
I did see some.
He probably ulted, it expired, he got 1.
The Vandal's been looking,
yeah, maybe because he still has a point.
I feel like he did it super early and it just timed out.
And Lockyer are kind of using it, right? You see how clutch they've been in the past games. So Jess continues to high percentage of the.
That's crazy that he's the only one playing Reyna this whole tournament.
It's been pretty good for them.
It is. I think it's the first pick of Reyna, right? No other teams played on any of the other maps.
Yeah.
With now the pause
that's kind of
back,
that's crazy.
A lot of bodies from NUTURN.
I feel like Reyna is pretty common in NA.
Sorry, they'll HIKO control once again.
Okay, maybe not pretty common, but more than 1 in all the matches.
Snake bite.
Yeah, and the pressure on HIKO is
I don't know, I think pretty common's right to say.
Actually showing presence directly. They're not just utility, but players. And they have also Perry on the Omen sitting at short A in case Sentinels respond by pushing short, as dapr sometimes plays closer around that position. Nothing doing, though, for Sentinels around that spot, so Perry's going to rejoin the rest of his teammates, which definitely suggests to us this is going to be a committed play here onto this B site. The Sentinels looking ready for it.
They're doing something. They're execing somewhere.
Yeah, you have dapr once again. He could slow things
down. Do they fake it and hit the
Everything
TP, or are they just going to send it here?
I think they hit it.
It's going to be a last-second hold, but it's off solo that they try to execute into B again for NUTURN.
dapr somehow avoiding absolutely everybody on the
wow,
side.
dapr played that so... Oh my god, so well. He completely saw that guy that was revealed on the right-hand side. I don't know if he's revealed. I don't know if Silver works like that. But that guy that was on the right-hand side just ignored him. Worked all the way around.
He was breach stunned. He was getting Sova ulted, and he still somehow dodged them and got 3 and almost a 4th. That was insane.
Zombs is close. Lakia turns the corner, but Zombs knows he's got a great timing on that one.
I'm not really sure what.
And Lakia's down. Another round in the bag for Sentinels.
Oh, that was his own teammates.
And they were ready, Dan. You mentioned
I'm not really sure what happened.
Was it?
I think it was, yeah. That was the Sova ult was his own teammates. His own teammates hit him, yeah.
Just a trade off if needed. But you don't need a trade out if dapr is going to go ham like that. And not only that, yes, it did execute quite well for NUTURN, I like to say. Solo going
well, we'll
with
be able to
the,
tell in a
the
second
fault line
because
to allow then
if
to
Shazam
get
still
the
has his ult.
Hunter's Fury.
Wait, no, it was the
did
other
actually
team's ult.
to
You see
one
the
of the
Sova ulting
members
from long
of
TP.
Sentinels inside that site.
Yeah, I'm saying his
But when
teammate
dapr
hit him.
pulls up
That's,
you
I
go to
thought
the
it
top
was
screen and the
Shaz's, but
Viper
it wasn't.
Cloud, you're already coming in with the K on top of that, so you're melting down, getting into the site. So anchoring a Viper.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that went so wrong. dapr just, if dapr didn't, if he didn't wrap around that left side, I think they would have won. It all just came around dapr going around that left side and just completely owned them. Because they were all on the left side pushing and trading the left.
Why try to fix things, right?
I feel like the Astral was big too because it supported him to not die from the hookah guy either.
Yeah.
That's really good.
With that showstopper, able to take down one. That's U-Haul control in the bag. And
okay.
finishing another one off with the classic. This is a great look so far from NUTURN. They've got full control of the site.
How did they just win this so convincingly? What the hell just happened?
They win the last round how they did, now they lose a round like this. It's just so Valorant.
It's not looking fantastic for them at all. TENZ will try to bully his way forward, but
Daz just left or what?
Tag him and he's going to be forced back.
Yeah, pretty quiet game so far by TENZ too.
For Shazam and TENZ as they make their way forward. NUTURN not overstepping.
I mean, I feel like the only reason it's kind of quiet for him is because his team is kind of owning. I feel like everybody, like Dapper's holding well.
Yeah, they also are
like they're all holding well.
Wait, did we speak too soon?
Won't be able to defuse the spike at this point, but maybe he can make it hurt on the way down.
Oh, it's looking
that
way.
I feel like Sentinels plays very unconventionally at B. Like they don't fight for hookah. They have Viper stuff there, but they're like turtling in the site. Or they feel like most teams will try to like hold hookah or like have like a hookah trap, or the Rays will try to nade through the TP and stop it. Sentinels just like, yeah, you can have hookah, but you're gonna have to enter into the site, and we're gonna have 3B every round. So good luck with that. I think it's hard to play against.
I'm wondering if that was a read from NUTURN, and that's why they hit so quickly at A.
Yeah, you saw the Rays like boombot into or satcheled into U-Haul before they even realized with his ult. Yeah, it could have been. But now, in typical fashion, they're going back to trying to default again, and there it is.
Dude.
Oh, that almost took someone out.
I think they might have still been vulnerable.
NUTURN, I think, you know, they're in a position now where they need some control of something.
That would have been epic.
They don't have hookah control, they don't have be long, they don't have showers.
Just whiffing, really completely whiffing those darts.
Just, yeah.
Are never giving
Come on, Sova. You can't do us like this.
For NUTURN to take this away. NUTURN are just holding though, they're just waiting.
God, you should see me play Sova. I'm so bad.
They still have the paint shells coming out. Waiting for the
you're probably pretty sick.
For Locky at the same time too.
My darts are the worst.
Just so they can push,
you just wing everything?
Yeah, everything. I don't have a lineup for anything, so they just... They can either be... They're either absolutely insane or garbage. There's no middle there.
Looking to be another slow default for NUTURN. Try to force out a rotation.
You just gotta learn some lineups. They're not that hard. Just gotta double bounce them and full
yeah, but the
power
problem. So the problem here, like with me, is that you gotta learn some lineups. So I play the character, I learn some lineups, and then I'm bored, so I go play Jett or I go play Reyna or go play someone else, and then I play them for so long that I forget the lineups. Then I go through that whole process again.
Yeah.
So then I just accepted the fact that I just won't do it. You know.
And he's looking to get more here, but
yeah,
actually able to convert some frags.
Sick is owning.
Damage from U-Horse up to solo, and he's just too slow for that one. dapr swings around the side with the Spectre to close things out in this round. Another one here for Sentinels.
I'm actually surprised they were able to make it out of shower with 15 seconds left when they had Asher still. I don't know if there was a star there, or maybe he used a suck on short. But
four Sentinels did work quite well on the back of how Sick has been playing towards this U-shaped hallway. So with that, the run and gun very strong for that Spectre
toxic, really.
And the Sentinels are just
really just toxic. Yeah, just
I'd like
NA
to see a little
mentality,
bit
just
more
so
right now
toxic.
From NUTURN of just like maybe exploding into these sites, playing these defaults have been working a little bit here just to at least get the spike down, but they're losing a lot of bodies right now at the
Time
same
to alt
when they're
10s and
trying
just
to force these rotations
own
out.
them.
I think again, leveraging how Solo plays with his utility to enable maybe a double duelist to get into the sites, they could come out with something on top later on.
On the Viper's Pit on A short again from dapr. Previously, when dapr did this,
They definitely don't know what we got across.
Just went for a
I don't think it's
full B
gonna matter,
play,
but
they split B, and it was
It's funny because they've pretty much given hookah every round, but they're still wasting boombot, sometimes nade, first Sova dart. I feel like they don't even need to waste all that.
There are 2 players still around B, which may try to sell something. Perry's there as well, so 3 around B here for.
Oh my god, dude.
Is he going to finish this one off?
Oh, we got him.
Zombs is down.
That looked just difficult. That looked difficult to do.
It is, and he got a 1D off right after that ult too.
It's just devolved into pure chaos here in this round. dapr could be the man to maybe bring some sense of this one.
No.
Able to take down Solo, but the trade's through.
4v1.
And now TENZ is alone, so
TENZ got this, right?
very
Certainly he
round,
wins
I would
these.
say.
His ult
It
is
works out
gone, but
nicely for NUTURN.
Just went down. Only half armor as well.
We were talking about a default force to rotate. I think off that Hunter's Fury.
He knows
and
one's
on
heaven.
top of that, I like the idea of Shahzam pushing down.
He's
for
kills
Jet,
to try
full
to
suck,
catch that
yeah,
150.
when
Yeah, he's got it.
pulling out the Hunter's Fury. But to be able to get a flick shot, it was probably off. It was definitely off camera, but probably was a flick shot coming in.
Pulling the Asuna, walking around with his knife out.
He knew he was there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he figured he dropped. I'm not sure.
Have good positioning from Allow and from Solo to trade that off right away and secure.
Good half
down on
still
a low
by Sentinels. That's
It's
big,
at least
8-4.
something that's positive to end the half for NUTURN.
Oh, they show the 1D after this
This is a
too?
great result.
Shahzam whiffed.
Such a good defense there from Lakia. Able to catch the punch.
I think that if he got that kill, the round would have been theirs.
4 rounds, it's definitely workable. And again, something that's been so fun in the past to watch from NUTURN and
Wait, did you just say
like
pull?
Vision
He pulled an
Strikers
Asuna?
and, teams from this region
Yeah.
is what
So he
they
does a
do
lot?
with the
Knife
breach.
out?
Yeah, he runs around with his knife out a lot.
Flashing the jet in.
I respect it.
A lot
It's
of
just,
really
you
cool
know.
stuff, and we might see something like that here towards long.
Sometimes you get caught.
Especially when it's 2
So
players
yeah,
out
and
there,
sometimes
right?
you look like a god because
But
you just had such a
Allow
fast
is
flank.
Potentially coming it down with Suggest at the same time, but Zombs is waiting for it. So they didn't go for a flash. They played for a contact. They're playing for a lot of bodies. Super passive play for Sentinels, and they know that the A site's weak now. dapr is already inside the A site.
They're not sure
The
if
four
Field's under
push.
control, though. They will slowly try
The
to clear
4
things,
push long
but
B.
NUTURN actually
I don't know if
still,
I've seen that one
course,
before.
bounces on B, so they still have a ways to go.
It's not terrible because now they have
So this might go down
a
to the
triple
last second
flank,
here,
but
easily.
Yeah, but it's just going to be so many bodies watching that flight. They might be able to catch Zombs.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he was able to come
Ooh,
out.
this is not looking good.
So a
Are-
perfect
they might not
cross
expect
setup for
Zom.
short A here,
Uh-oh.
Oh
It's looking
no.
very dangerous here for Shahzam. Sending out the shock darts, the snake bite will delay things somewhat.
Oh,
before
no.
Pain
He is
Shell
dead.
Absolutely owned. There's nothing he can do about that. TENZ and dapr
Oh,
left standing.
TENZ got-
doing the damage here. They don't know about TENZ.
They're running around with their knives out
And he's gonna
too.
be able to heal off of that kill and finish the job.
The first guy just, the breach just knife out trying to run this site. Just no fear of a guy in U-Haul at all.
Just seem to be closing time and again.
Yes, it's just difficult there for NUTURN. Yes, they had the numbers advantage or at least a lot of bodies to set up for these trades, but when you're playing
Your
with
chat is
less
saying that was probably a
information of what's
counter strat because
happening
apparently the
inside
last 2 times they
Bard
played blind they did the
lost
same
Silva as
thing.
they're rotating across. You're just trying to go for
I don't know
these,
if they're
for
trolling or
these
not,
peaks.
but
And sometimes they're guessing a 50 or guessing the wrong angle. TENZ is waiting there. Sentinels had a perfect crossfire setup on the first get-go, but still
The
having
4 walk
TENZ
down
as
long
the
B?
third player anchoring
Yeah.
the U-shaped
Oh.
hallway after the
so people were like,
plan.
they always
Just
do that.
they
Like, okay.
Really?
there for Sentinels to guarantee that round. Beginning of
With
this
4
round,
though?
there's been a lot of
Like
utility
4
from
people.
Sentinels inside that shower. Gravity well in.
I can understand a 2, maybe a 3, but 4?
Stick down towards shower. So they're not
Yeah,
putting too
usually
much information to put
you
down
see
towards
3.
Sands, though.
I don't know about
And
4.
it's going to be, actually, sorry, it's Sig going back. So it's just going to be a slow play for Sentinels right after that.
The A-short push comes through though. dapr is waiting for a beautiful angle on this one. Oh, actually gets spotted, and they might be able to finish him off here, and that would be a great result. He is proving to be quite troublesome.
Good.
TENZ is there for support, so
If there's a
Newturn
player
will
you
get
don't
cleaned
want to
up
feed eco
after
kills
all is
to,
said
it's
and
TENZ.
done. 10-4 now. Sentinels with quite a nice lead. But we will be going into the first buy rounds here for NUTURN, and so this is where the comeback starts. If there is to be one, it needs to get started right here.
So twice that NUTURN tried to go with the contact play with the pistols. First time on long B, second time just to try to see if they could run for a double peek down towards short A, but super passive play from Sentinels after the initial utility that was thrown towards shower side to really funnel them.
You got practice today, HIKO?
I don't actually.
By TENZ with that bulldog.
Weekend? What day is it? Friday?
Friday. We had a couple teams cancel on us, so I think we're trying to practice on Sunday instead of today. Something like that.
Lurking on his side at short A.
Yeah, dapr's pretty deep here. He's gonna actually just dip completely through the TP. He'll go. NUTURN quite well set up here to defend the B sides. Solo baiting for Allow there. Scary position to be in, but as Jet definitely answers. A nice flash coming through from Solo. Lakia spots the
There we go, some aggressive breach flashes.
Big pickup though. Allow will finally go down in HIKO, and the push comes through to completion.
Why not practice every day? Because that's just not how it works.
Again, it looks good at the offset for NUTURN.
Every single day? Every single day you're going to line up scrims with no cancellation of other people? No. Nothing? That's rare. Like, you might think you want to practice every single day, but then just like HIKO said, today, 3 teams canceled on him. What are you supposed to do? Teams you're practicing against canceled. What do you do?
It is going to be a save for him, and Sentinels will be moving up to another.
You watch matches, I guess.
It looked good at the beginning, but they still don't have an answer when Sentinels actually execute into the site. And you still have to be careful for dapr, though. The way that he's continuing to lurk like that, they're controlling the pace quite well.
Yeah, definitely.
It's looking like the beginning of the end here already.
Yeah. They sort of split the defense across HIKO and long, and really relying on the breaching ability to allow a good defensive.
That's so
option,
unlucky.
You see, like, he's peaked for 1 second, and it just so happened the timing right when the Sova dart was like the scan was reaching him.
Just going to continue to condition now some early presence from SICK.
This was NUTURN's pick, I think, right?
A little bit of a change, though.
You can practice solo. Doesn't really work like that, but
a 3-player stack from NUTURN on the A site.
Sometimes practicing solo is a negative impact. Like if you were to, if you were to
just holding position
instead, like, okay, imagine this. Imagine a world in where you're practicing against professional teams and scrimming for a week, okay? And then you take your same team that you practice with, and they all decide to do ranked instead for a week. That's bad. That's not practice. That's just bad. You know? There is a world in which no playing can actually be a positive outcome.
He's going all of the way here. SICK with an extremely forward position. They have no idea about this one. How deep will he go? Is he going to try to actually get into spawn? He's going into spawn. He's going all the way. Solo though from up top.
He took out the classic.
Deal with zombs at least.
Are you trying to explain why pro teams don't play 7 days a week?
Yeah.
12 hours a day?
Yeah. Like someone's like, why not practice every day to be better? And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I mean, playing too much hurts.
Yeah, bro.
Most of the time.
Lakia has almost diffused it entirely, and there it is. There's nothing that SICK can do.
And also, even if let's say you were the one that wanted to do that, just like today,
it seems as though
your
Sick was doing
practice,
pretty much what Solo was
your
doing on
teams
that
that you're
first
scrimming
half,
against
right? Just creeping up
canceled.
towards that long side,
What are you supposed to do then?
that
Play
Solo,
ranked?
the same
It's not
way
fucking
that
practice. That's not
Dapr played
practice.
inside that hookah.
Have like a
Just
8-hour-long
wanted to
theory,
lead
like
and
theory
play
crafting
later
sessions.
on.
Like, yeah,
Using
that's,
that judge as they did.
you know.
Both players
There's a
did
point and there's a cap in which you like when you're like even like when you're practicing, like if you just like go too hard, you're actually just hurting yourself more than you're helping.
yeah. You want to know? I have a wild term for you. Diminishing returns, right?
Yep. Yep.
You practice too much, and it actually hurts you more than it helps you.
Yeah.
If nothing else, like your mental with the teammates, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to it. People just wouldn't get it.
No, they. Yeah.
We're this is a J Omega little B, and you know we should just be on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Something here, but the timing is really bad for NUTURN on this one. Sentinels picked the perfect moment. Very well played. Perry in the back halls there would suggest not a lot to be done at the moment, especially with the smokes down. But yeah, that gravity well, it completely blew up the NUTURN's aggression on long, and because of that, they were then just caught in a really awkward timing. So especially those Astra gravity wells, man, they're something to deal with.
They've definitely been quite strong because at the same time too, you're showing a body down towards that long B, so you think there's going to be a little bit more presence there. So you're still
People took your diminishing returns quite literally, too literally, I think.
Left out open.
Yeah,
I think they took it so literally that they missed the point. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun. Sometimes you got to pick your battles with Twitch chat. Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes you just let them just ride it out until they forget.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, this match is not even close.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even, I don't want to say it's not entertaining, but it's just like Sentinels are just pushing and just killing them every round, it seems. They just have no chance.
Like, I was worried that they let bind in, but Sentinels must have like watched them play bind and realized we could take this. Like, we'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we thought the same thing, that, oh, Sentinels doesn't really play bind against most teams. We'll play them. And then we play them and they beat us like 13-4. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that was great. What a great thought process we had there.
Because NUTURN wants to get aggressive, right?
That's what I'm saying, though. It's just such an awkward playstyle to play against. You don't get to, they don't play bind the way normal teams or the way most teams play bind, where, you know, like I said, a lot of teams will fight for hookah, and Sentinels just basically says, we'll throw some utility in there, but you can have hookah if you want it on their defense at least. And, you know, good luck trying to execute. We have 3 guys in like triangle formation in the site, ready with Sova Dart and flashes and Viper. Like, it's hard to play against that. And, you know, Astra sucks from across the map too. It's just like, what can you do?
And I think this is what the second tactical timeout that NUTURN's used, right? So they don't have any more left for the map. So you don't only need to focus into this round. Of course, you have to focus into this round because losing this round, you lose the map. But you have to also think 2 or 3 rounds ahead. How can you now start anti-striding, understanding how Sentinels currently plays? And outside of those gravity wells towards long B,
Perry is not having the great one. Not having the great one here.
What do you mean?
I think he's like 1-13 right now.
Perry?
I believe they're Omen.
Oh, Perry. Oh my God! I thought you were. Wow, my brain. Okay.
What Perry do you think I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about Penny, and I'm like, what match are you watching right now? I misheard.
It's always the Omens. It's a meme. And in ranked, your Omen is always like the worst player.
It's just about figuring out a way to get into a setup where you can use both of those effectively.
Dude, I just realized, what is this? This comp for defense is terrible.
Trying to hide it by starting it.
Yeah.
I just realized what comp they're running right now.
Killing blow of the Hunter's
They're
Fury.
double duelist breach, and they won what 3 rounds on attack, and they didn't do anything explosive. That's what we were talking about even on their Haven. Their Haven just looks odd.
Oh, we're about to see it.
But after that, now you're falling back.
Was Haven map 2?
I think so, yeah.
As that Eldro comes up,
Let me check.
you had Sick walk in, and that's an early kill, a great way to start things off for Sentinels. It's evened up on a 4-4 right after.
Oh
though,
man,
but
this might be a
Sentinels are
quick
still
2-0. This might be a swift one.
So Jester's actually making his way over as well. Might find a timing. Has the Vandal too. Going to be key in converting the kills here and holding the hookah, which he will do successfully. Allow comes in, out the TP. Dapr with the trade though, and that is the spike Recoverable there for dapr. He'll grab that one and ferry it back to safety.
I think he knows he's in showers.
To the A site.
You heard him or something.
Where is the
Yo,
A
boys,
site
I'm gonna
player?
dippity
I think TENZ
for the day.
has some
It was
sort
fun,
of a
though.
read here.
I see. You
TENZ
came
is
back
going
to
Later.
say you're leaving.
Yeah,
Whatever.
all right. You've been gone for a while.
You've been gone
All
for
right.
so long. You come back to say you're leaving. You should have just left, man.
I should have.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've been sitting.
Toxic.
Arrow comes through. He knows he can
Alright,
dive through the
GG's,
snake
guys.
bite. He knows
Later.
the
Later.
pressure is on here for Sentinels. dapr has to go forward and plant the spike.
That's really
Suggest
just
could
so
make a
dad
break,
of him
try
to
to
do
deny
something
it.
like that.
And there is the peak
I'll
from
be honest,
TENZ.
if that was
It's
me,
the
I would have
ferry
just left.
in the 1v2. NUTURN alive in
He's
this
been
round.
AFK for like the last hour.
Yeah.
It might be overhead just here unless Perry can come up with something.
Wait, he's back. Shh, he's back.
And they will
DR,
hear the
DR.
stepping that Perry's making. They will have a read of his position. Perry using the time that he has to walk through the toxic.
He tried to go
street. It
through.
doesn't feel good here for Perry. I
Like,
think it's
nope,
fully
going
filled up as
back.
well.
They tried to
Leading
go
all
through and
the way
he
to
hit the
Sentinels
box.
Until finally TENZ will finish off
Oof.
Perry. And
That
is
was
the
that was
first
painful
map
to watch.
in
Yeah.
the bag for
Great if you're a
Sentinels.
Sentinels fan. Great if you're from NA. Great if you're an NA fan. But
many dangerous
that
rounds
was
from NUTURN, but Sentinels
so one-sided.
always looked strong in the face of those obstacles, and they never looked back.
They're happy to be here, though.
Exactly. Even just looking
They are
at
definitely
that
happy
two
to be
versus
here.
one, the fact
They're
that
cheesing.
they still knew that Perry was lurking around. Maybe
that's good.
flanking
I like
further
that.
away,
Their mental is
just
good. They're
showing
not like
how
super
comfortable
depressed, super emo. They're like,
Sentinels
all right,
were playing
we're gonna go
into that
outside,
first map on
talk it
Vine,
off,
just
shake it off.
understanding how to play that
Next
mid-round
map,
too,
Haven. It's a new map.
how to play
We're not very good on it,
round
but it's
and
definitely a
the
new
remaining
map.
members into the round. So it's been Sentinels all the way. No answers could have been found here for NUTURN. They have tried a couple of different things. Those fault lines to enable from showers instead of short A at the beginning too. But you
Not